Alrighty. Alrighty. Hey, Spam. How's it going? Yeah, I figured I'd just do a live getting some listings up. So if anybody else needs a working buddy, it's going to be ultra bright because all the lights are super on. But just in case anybody else is getting any more work done. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys having a good evening. I've got a bunch of ephemera that we're getting listed here. Alrighty. Hey, Jared KR. Yeah, we figured we might just get some productive listing done. So since I got to be stuck in the chair right here anyways, I was figuring, you know what? Somebody else might need a work colleague right now for us to go and get some listings done. So I've got a ton of these old vintage baseball cards and a few different things. And so I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and yeah, I know Spam Banshee. I know you guys are probably wrapped up for the day. So no worries there. If you guys need to go and want to get some shut eye or something, don't feel obligated to hang around at all. It's just I'm doing some listings that I figured some folks might need a work along buddy to go ahead and get the job done. So, but yeah, so Jen, good that you're listing too. That's super cool. All right, I got a back side of these tickets here. So one thing that's been really interesting is since I've been starting to list these vintage tickets and everything, our eBay account has been going wild. So I don't know what's going on. It is really weird, very interesting. But yeah, a lot of our ephemera items that we're listing are definitely getting a lot of attention. So that's interesting for us for sure. But let's see. Yes, Jen, I'll be going there soon. That's awesome. Hey, Fraulein Donna, good to see you on. Well, we got like 6 people on just for sitting getting some work done. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so sorry it's so bright, but we got the light box right here. But again, just setting this up really quick in case anybody else is working. You might want a work colleague right now. So I've already said that like 15 times, but just for any of those that are getting fired up. But so thanks very much, Jen. Yeah, that's very kind word. We hope you get lots of sales too. We're just trying to get some kind of momentum, whatever we can, for sure. So we got a ticket here. San Diego Padres versus Cincinnati Reds. And it's from 1986. And on the back it says, Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. So that's interesting. Hey, Maggie Doodle. Great to see you. Hey, Bearded Picker. What? That's awesome. You're here to be entertained. You're in the wrong place, man. You're in the wrong place. So I was just telling the whole group here that so we've got literally hundreds of these old like vintage tickets to all different kinds of things. And so I'm going through now, and we did a lot of research on them. So now I'm going through and getting a bunch of pictures. So, but yeah, if you're here to be entertained, bearded picker, you might be in the wrong spot. But if you're here to work along with somebody, then you might be in a good place. Alrighty. All right. I do think that the person that we bought all these like tickets from and everything, they might have actually had a pretty lonely life. That we got a bunch of tickets where like one ticket stub is used and all the rest are unused, and he's got like 10 tickets. It's like, oh man. Oh, let's see here. Okay, I'm here to cause trouble. Oh man, you're hilarious. Oh man, yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good one. Alrighty. I don't think we have many. I don't think we have many videos of us using the light box either. So it's gonna be a really boring video unless you're here to just have somebody on in the background just working along with you. Hopefully the audio is okay. Yeah. How's everybody's day been going? You guys been doing okay? Oh man. Yeah, a bunch of people like I ain't here to work. They can start bouncing out. Oh, that's cool. Oh man. Yeah, Bearded, I really appreciated your video the other day about the atomic habits. That actually we continued the conversation a little bit today too. That I think for a lot of us we're kind of revisiting just the habits of things. And so that book, look, I'm actually really excited too to see what your next book choice is. I think we'd like to see what it's going to be. Ooh, man, Bearded, 725 sale on Amazon. So good day. Yeah, man, that's a great day. That's awesome. Super, super happy for you, man. Hey, so where's Tacker? What the heck is going on? So yeah, for any of those that are just arriving, I'm just doing some listings. So we haven't really shown any video of our Lightbox setup, at least very close. We've shown this setup over here for our clothing. So today, I mean, I showed it earlier. You guys all saw. So we got all of these vintage tickets to a bunch of stuff. In fact, I'll get it closer so you guys can all see that. I mean, this is just like this is about a quarter of it. And as soon as I started getting it listed, already like a bunch of it's selling, and there's a lot of people that have interest in it. So it's getting us motivated to get the rest of it listed. But yeah, it's hotter than blazes in here today though. So I got like a bunch of fans on. Hopefully it's not disrupting the volume. Oh, let's see. I thought it was dying walking towards the light. I know. Sorry, look away. Look away from the ultra bright light box lights there. So yeah, it's funny. But Maggie Doodle, so great to see you guys. How's everyone's afternoon going? Actually, yeah, it was cool, Silver Hair, that so your video the other day, we've put it on a couple times, the video from Friday, where we were laughing with Tom and everything, and like Ro has turned it on a couple times because she was laughing so hard. She had such a good time on that, like just watching that video. So that's pretty cool. Everybody been having good sales today? I know Bearded, you got that what $725 sale? That's rocket, man. That's a whole car payment. Or in California, that's a whole gas tank. Oh man. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't mean to have a whole lot of dead air on you guys. What I'll do in the future is I'll set up the camera to where it actually kind of faces out so you can have a little bit more entertainment while we're working. I just figured hop on here really quick, and if somebody was in need of a work buddy, they get a little extra support. Filled up today, 2.96 a gallon. Man, I'm jealous. That's an awesome. That's an awesome price you paid for gas. It was really cool today too. I was able to give Record Crate a call, so we're gonna make sure that that's like we're looking to get some Nat King Cole records from them. Should be a lot of fun. 6x6, but I didn't get the TPS report. So 6x6. So here's something funny that I can share with you from like the home health and hospice world. They actually have, and it's like a fairly recent development, but they have now TPS reports, and I'm pretty sure that that somebody else was like doing some kind of inside joke or something. Silverhead Stacker, I need support, but not to work. Well, yeah, it's in a. I'll help you however I can, Todd. We'll see what we can do here, man. Yeah, but next time what I'll do is I'll set up the camera either facing towards me or I'll set it up a lot closer so that you guys wouldn't get such a wide angle shot. But yeah, it's been an ultra productive day for us, so it'll be nice to kind of wind down tonight. Be good. But yeah, that's really good. You guys are such a supportive crew, man. The live goes hot and the group just starts pouring in. It's unbelievable. But yeah, that video from Friday though with Tom where he does the warm up thing where he's like, I gotta, all right, shake it off, shake it off. That had us rolling so much, man. That was just a good time. And by the way, Ro's mom is in the chat somewhere right now. So, and Ro would actually be here right now also, but we had a last minute shipment that she's trying to get out the door. So, trying to get that going. Let's see here. So yeah, so we have over 250 of these little tickets to a bunch of stuff, and so I've learned very quickly several different sites for where you go to check and see if it's a good game that somebody has interest in, because we know a little bit about baseball and a little bit about football, but we don't know all the games. But it's cool. Like I didn't realize if you go on PSA, you go right into that website and they'll tell you like all of the best games for a year and for all the different sports and stuff. All right, here. Let's see flexes. Oh man. You know what? I don't know what you're referencing, Scott, but I'm guessing I probably don't want to know. So, you know, that's cool. Let's see here. Here we go. We got a Dodgers Friday game from April 27th, 2001. I got all excited that within the tickets that we've got, we found a couple of Masters tickets from 2008, like which were a big one for Tiger Woods, and then we found out that it's like the wrong day. It's like 2 days before the one that everybody's looking for, and it's like, oh man, bummer. But oh well. Still be a couple bucks, so not bad. Alrighty. Yeah, y'all are good sports for just showing up and doing a nothing live. We're not really doing a whole lot right now, but let's see here. It's been really great though. Y'all have had such great advice for those of us like Ro and I that are brand new, that are just getting started. So in the coming months, we're going to be upgrading our audio. We're going to be considering a few different ways that we can capture video and different things. So yeah, we're learning just from everyone's generosity, telling us kind of what to do, what to avoid, and everything. So in fact, it was Primo Chemo and Spam Banshee's advice that just made us. We kind of were already thinking it, but it made us take a step back and think like, okay, you know, are we on a good schedule right now? Should we maybe pull it back a little bit and see what we feel? But so we're you still have your ticket to the Titanic. That's rocking. Yeah. Well, and if you're looking for a Titanic, we got a model kit for you. But yeah, it's so good. I know what it's funny. We got mostly East Coasters on, and you guys got to be winding down for the night. It's getting ready to be what, 8 o'clock your time? I'd already be knocked out asleep by 8 o'clock as of lately, man. We've been just knocking out super early. Oh man, but y'all are a good crew. You jump in there, catch the lives and everything, even just to say hi. It's awesome. But did Christopher Columbus sign your ticket? Oh man, you guys are like you're awesome. You're a hoot, man. It's so funny. But yeah, Bearded, do you have a recommendation yet for what your next book is going to be? Because we want to read it. I mean, it happened to be Ro and I already read The Atomic Habit, or the power was the power of not the power of habit. We read that one separately, but it's like Atomic Habits, right? Is the name of the book. But we already read that separately from before. We just happen to love it. Another one that I really enjoyed that I read not too long ago was The Psychology of Money. That one was a real fascinating read. So let's see here. Those guys. Also, Todd, how was your trip? How did your trip go for your sourcing? Oh man, that's really funny. Silver hair. Yeah, Noah had me counting animals, missed the unicorns. But yeah, so yeah, The Psychology of Money was definitely a really good book. That was really good. Hey, great reseller life, James. It is I, James. You know what? You can't see it because right behind this light, up on that shelf where you see that little orange thing right above this light here, you'll be able to see the. In fact, here I'll just show you. We actually have it. It's kind of our work inspiration. It's in the background as we're doing work. It's always over in the corner now. So if you're on and checking stuff out, we get motivated by other people's projects and stuff. It's really cool to see that kind of activity. But yeah, so it's cool to see James. Thanks for stopping in too. It's like a lot of you guys, we're just like blown away that you guys have like so many years on YouTube, but you have so many years on eBay, and also too, you have so many subscribers to your channels. And it's like, we see now like how each day you kind of build just a tiny bit, build just a tiny bit, build just a tiny bit. And it's really amazing to have that kind of track record. And I forget where it was. I think Bearded was giving you some props, James, about the fact that you have had such a consistent schedule to be able to get up to like 50,000 listings, like how many hundreds you would do each day over the past, 22 years, 22 plus years. And so that's really cool. I think we're all in agreement for those of us that are like trying to get on a good track, that we're just really trying to zero in on consistency. That, anybody can do it once or can do it a few times, but doing it consistently is so hard. But yeah, so hey Patricia, good to see you. Good to have you on with us, our beloved bookworm. But yeah, so the great reseller Bearded is awesome. Bearded is great, and I really do enjoy he's just kind of frank and real, and you get the real deal, and it's nice. You don't get any kind of pretense or anything. That's a good thing. But I love the book idea. I think that's so good because except for a few specific things, how often do we kind of stretch ourselves by reading? All right, let's see here. Yeah, so you have to fall in love with the grind, make the ordinary important. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a good motivator for me when I think about the fact that, like, if we learn how to rest and not how to quit, like we were mentioning the other day, we learn how to rest and not how to quit, then we do it's building even when it doesn't feel like it's building. And that's a great feeling. But again, James, great restart life. Even you, Bearded Picker too. You guys have been really stellar examples for the fact that you guys just, you keep chipping away one little piece at a time, one little pebble at a time. And then before you know it, it's like you're on a great track that everyone else is trying to get to. So that's awesome. All right, I got a Fenway Park. This one's not very old though. It's from 2016. It's like one of the newest tickets that I found here is this Fenway Park from 2016. It's like one of the last shows this individual went to. So I'll just get a quick snapshot of that. But we've been really pleasantly surprised though how much interest there's been in hey, Mr. Sadie, Beard is okay. He had to jump in just to be able to say that. And Mr. Sadie, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but Really, Ro and I, we've gone back to watch the show from Friday a couple times with you, Tom, and Todd, and also Bearded showed up then too. But it was really cool. Just the fun time of us arriving for a first time was really funny. That was a good time. All right, let's see here. So, and actually, so James, you're making a good point too. It says, now that I have a new second store, I get to try and catch up with the others again. That is a real motivator for me. Actually, we've been really following you and a few others who have mentioned that they're starting to now engage with a second store. And I think you posted just today about the comparison of your numbers between the two stores, like one that has like 50,000 items, one that has like, I think you mentioned like 170 items, and the difference in the amount. And so that's pretty just out there for, I mean, the fact that the 170 item store is relatively pretty close to the amount that was put in by the store you've had around for a long time. It kind of gets us thinking. All right, let's see here. Oh, no. I was almost widowed today. Cicada chased Jody through the house. Oh, man. It's funny, when I lived in Puerto Rico, man, I got real comfortable with bugs and whatever, and at one night, we went to do it's the bioluminescent bay. We went to do the bioluminescent bay in Puerto Rico where you go out there and at first the bay looks all dark, but as soon as you start splashing the water, it like glows up like a glow stick. It's absolutely amazing. But on our way out there, we were going down these little windy paths and everything, and I was in a little kayak that was a little bit too small for me. And I got an itch in the middle of my back, and I went to scratch it, and I accidentally turned my paddle, and I started to drag, and I flipped over in the kayak, and it's middle of the night, it's jungle water, and like I'm up to my shoulders, and you hear like the chirping and the crickets and like all of these wild creatures like slithering around you. And then it was so muddy, my ankles were stuck, so I couldn't just get back in the kayak, and so I had to walk over to the side of this little river, and it's pitch black, it's nighttime, it's like jungle water, and you can't see very much, but you could feel like all the little creatures and stuff slithering past your ankles and your feet. That was truly a nightmare. And so finally, the only way I was able to get back into the kayak is once I got over to the side, I grabbed some vines and I had to pull myself up, and I'm sitting there hanging onto these vines and everything. And a couple buddies that were with me, they had to bring the kayak over and put it right below me, and I lowered myself down the vines to get back into the kayak. But yeah, that was I think a nightmare for sure. Hey, Record Crate here for the win. Well, we got a win now that you're with us. So good to see you, man. But yeah, so it's like that's really funny. So yeah, so bearded. Yeah, sorry about the cicada situation. Those things can be freaky bugs, man. But yeah, we'd wake up and there'd be like a cockroach on your shoulder and stuff. And at first you have a freak out, but after you've been there for like a few months, you just flick it off your shoulder and go about your day. Oh man. Yeah, glad we were able to talk, Record Cram. I'm glad I'm going to be picking up some records for spinning from me. That'll be fun. All right, so now this is where it's really wild. So this individual, they've got like crazy amounts of these like season tickets from the Dodgers and everything, and some of these are like from the Olympics, or so this says Olympic Stadium baseball. So we're still figuring some of these out, but they're pretty fun. So yeah, anybody that's just arriving, and we're seeing people filter in and out, but I'm just working away right now, and I figure you guys might want some live background noise while you might be working, or maybe that you're winding down for the day. Let's see here. I'm just mad that I missed it. The comedy would have been amazing. You're talking about with Joni or or my like super high pitched screams from falling into the jungle water because it's let me tell you it's a lot more fun in theory I think than in actual practice there. But yeah, that's so funny. The cicada episode, yeah. No, that's really funny. I'm sure as Joni was telling you all about it, it was a good time. But yeah, it's so funny too. It's like Ro bring me in. Like she'll find me in another part of the house to come and kill like a little spider. But Oh, Patricia, end of the day for you. I know for a lot that are on the East Coast, it's really kind of winding down right now. So we figured this would be a nice way to just kind of hopefully wind down the day for everybody too. But yeah, that's so cool. All right, I'm gonna get just a few more of these done. But yeah, Bearded, keep us all posted, man. We're curious about the next book. But yeah, but the Psychology of Money was a good one. There's a few others. Actually, I read a really good book too about just kind of the enterprise of Walt Disney. And there was a cool part in the book where I guess Walt Disney himself, he was on a ship, or he was on the little Mark Twain, the little boat that goes on the track around the Disney River, and they had some kind of like visiting dignitary individual, and the person was like kind of trying to schmooze with Walt Disney and everything, and so he turns to him and he goes, "Mr. Disney, I hear that you're a very wealthy man," and Walt Disney just kind of like puts on a funny face and turns to him and he goes, "Well, yes, I am. According to my brother, I owe $25 million," which at the time was just like a huge amount. And it's just that really, I enjoyed that story a whole lot. It's like, well, yes, I am. According to my brother, I owe $25 million. And there was a really funny part in that book where, like, I think it was his brother. He brings him in, and he owes like some crazy amount of money. He owes like $5 million, and so his brother Roy is giving him a hard time, and he's like, "Hey, like we're about to go completely bankrupt. Like we can't even pay our bills." And Walt apparently like gets a big smile on his face and everything, and he goes, "Roy, I remember when we couldn't borrow $500." It was so good. I love that kind of stuff where you see a guy that, if you were to look at Walt Disney, it's like, well, he must have had just a really easy life, but you don't see all of the you don't see all the behind the scenes difficulties that they face. Let's see here. Right down, yeah, down here in Baja, we get tarantulas and scorpions all the time. They don't bug me. See what I did there? That's really funny. Yeah, yeah, that's totally awesome. But yeah, you guys have just been such a good crew. It's been really a lot of fun as we're getting this whole thing figured out. I mean, it's funny, we haven't even been a full month of doing these like YouTube videos and everything. And I know it's a lot less entertaining when Ro's not here to be my counterpoint on a lot of stuff, but yeah, it's cool. Even having 13 folks in right now, that's unbelievable. You guys are rocking. Thank you very much for the support. It actually, I put you guys on for the live because I myself was lacking motivation to get a few of these things done. So even though I'm still kind of working at a snail's pace, it's not exactly lightning quick here. It's helped me have the drive to keep going. So that's really awesome. So thank you for that. Alrighty, now what I'm debating about doing is whether or not I split these guys up, all these different Dodgers tickets, or if I sell them as a lot. I think I'm going to sell them as a lot. See about that. A lot of them are kind of paired together, so yeah, there's similar seats on the same day. But yeah, that's so crazy. All right, here we go. Is it? Oh, yeah. There's this little heart that blocks the words when we get a brand new statement. It's like right towards the end, but I think it says, "There he goes, the more perky talk." That's really funny. Oh man, Todd, I love it. I I'm just bummed about that it took me so long to find you guys. That's all. That's all I'm bummed out about. But yeah, seeing Tom that other day, man, again, always like, shake it up, shake it up. That was like, we're dying, we're still dying. Oh, it was so good. Oh man. So if y'all haven't seen it, go see Silver Hair Stacker's Friday show. It was hilarious. All right, I'm gonna group you two together. All right, let's do this. And I'm following a good piece of advice that I got from Primo Chemo and Spam Banshee, but I guess it was industry standard that switching the photos to square when you're getting ready to take the pictures. So that's definitely helped us out a ton. All right. Group these ones up together. Oh yeah, so what's the patch on the hat? So this is that's from Louisville. If I can say like the locals did, Louisville, Kentucky. It's we went to the Louisville Slugger factory out there in Kentucky. We're out there doing like a little whiskey tasting thing, And yeah, so that was really fun. We had a good time out there, and it was cool. We got a picture taken like holding Babe Ruth's bat that he actually played with and stuff. So it was actually a really good just kind of whole setup that they had out there. And then we hit the batting cages, and I realized how to practice and out of shape I am. But so yeah, so that's the patch on the head is Louisville, Kentucky. Ro, I got the hat in gray, and the Ro got the hat in green. So you'll see her and hers every once in a while too. But Patricia, so local strawberries are in season, and in the bowl on my lap with cream. That is super cool, Patricia. Yeah, we actually it's so common when it comes up around here that we actually forget about it all the time. Then we'll be driving along, and be like, "What is all this traffic about?" And then we realize it's because all the lanes are backed up going to the strawberry festival. Oh man, bearded picker, that was a fail on pronunciation. You won't pass as a Southerner anytime soon. Well, you know what? I don't think that that was any. I don't think there was any risk of that anytime soon either. There, bearded. So yeah, it was so funny. What's just funny though, because for some reason, around here, I've had multiple people ask me where I'm from, and I'm from here, but multiple people have asked me where I'm from, and I go, "Well, I'm from here," and they go, "Oh, okay." And I'm asking like, "Why are you asking that?" And they go, "Well, we just sounded like you had a Southern drawl," and I'm like, "No, if you really, like, you must have never actually been in the South because if you have, you'll hear a real Southern drawl, and then you realize what it's like." But so apparently, I'm just a sluggish speaker or something, and then because of that, they're giving me more credit than I deserve. All right, let's see here. Love the trucker hat. Next, you stop on and start. Oh, I was just saying, yeah, it's so funny, man. Yeah, I'd say I don't know that might cause some interference with the skip marks on the ground around here for sure. Oh man. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I took a trip through the South with my dad back in I think it was 2011 or 2012, and it was a really good experience. We had a blast. Like so, stopped through a few different spots along the way, and he's got an old buddy that is out. I think he's in Texas. He was out in Lubbock, which I guess that's where Buddy Holly came from. I think, if I remember right, that was like their one. That was their one claim to fame was that it was like the town of Buddy Holly. If I'm remembering that right, I think it was Lubbock. But perky skid marks. Perky skid marks. That sounds like I don't know that one might stick there, Todd, for sure. Perky skid marks. That was really funny. But yeah, y'all are good dudes. All right. Well, hey, it's been a half an hour. We're just kind of hanging out, doing whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to listing and everything. But just wanted to hop on really quick, see if anybody need a little bit of extra motivation to get the evening rolling, or keep it going, or to wrap it up. So let's see here. Todd says, "Yeah, Buddy Holly and John Denver was Lubbock. Well, that's crazy. I loved John Denver music growing up. So, I mean, still do. But yeah, I was like, I as a younger guy, man, I was devastated when John Denver died. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I told you guys this, but one time there was a concert not too far from like the Santa Barbara area, and it was Neil Young. There's like Boz Scaggs and a few others were like stopping through. I don't even know if they were all at the concert playing or whatever. I didn't know, but we went up to this like one little spot where it's like the oldest active restaurant like in this one area of California. It's like Cold Springs Tavern for all those that are local. And Cold Springs Tavern, it's well known in our area, and it was like an old wagon stop from like the late 1800s, and it's like always been in use up until now. And so me and a buddy, like we were just taking like a little road trip, cruising and everything, and we decided we're gonna stop in there and just like grab a bite and maybe a beer or something. And so when we go in there though, we go and we sit down. We're just sitting and chatting and everything, and it looked like one table over and there is Neil Young and Boz Scaggs sitting and having like just just talking the talk and just sitting there. And I mean, it looked like just two dudes just hanging out and doing nothing. But it's like, man, what I would have given to like be able to actually really hear that conversation that they're having, because they'd probably be like, what, yeah, I got to talk to my wife. Our insurance is getting ready to lapse again or something. It probably just would have been normal normal conversation, but to just listen in on a conversation between Neil Young and Boss Skaggs would have been pretty cool. But yeah, that was really cool. John Denver defined perky. I think John Denver defined being like over percolated or something. Like he, so it was that Patricia. Yeah, Patricia said that John Denver defined perky. That's funny. Yeah, Rocky Mountain High is perky. Yeah, John Denver. I know it's like I think there was an autobiography on him or something just a few years back that apparently he could be pretty intense too, but I didn't really watch much of it. Oh, to me. All right, I'm gonna group all of these puppies together. All right. So hopefully you guys are able to get some nice rest this evening too. That we've it's been really nice that now since we've been on a much earlier schedule, getting ready to like do our morning shows and everything, it's helped us get on track earlier. We're getting to bed earlier. I mean, so Bearded, talk about your atomic habits and everything, man. It's yeah, we're really enjoying the reset. Plus, I've been getting back on a nice what is it, like a health juice habit thing. So I've been doing a lot more fresh juicing and everything with beet juice and apples and like cucumber. We also include a lot of ginger and everything, and so man, it gets you feeling supercharged. Mr. Sadie, you played slots with Chuck Berry. Wow, that's crazy. Oh man, Chuck Berry too, man. Talk about a guy that like it just yeah, you could talk all day about Chuck Berry for sure. Like all over the place. But yeah, and actually it's funny too. When I was learning to play guitar, Johnny Be Good was the first song that I learned to play, of course, because of Back to the Future. So yeah, like just doing the guitar slide and everything. That it's been a minute, and I don't have an electric right now. I only have two acoustics, but I'd love to get back to playing it. Yeah, no, Chuck Berry. I mean, he had some weird stuff, but I mean, his music ability is just unstoppable, man. He's a force. But yeah, it's so good. Hey, Josh Galt, good to see you, man. Yeah, just getting started listening now. Yeah, so Josh Galt, I just fired up this for a quick minute, just in case anybody needed a little bit of support for their afternoon listing or getting photos and everything. So I'm getting a bunch of photos of all the ephemera that I mentioned earlier with all the Dodgers tickets and everything. So yeah. Oh yeah, Josh, did you end up putting a bid down on your tank trucker of or the was it the giant tank of hand sanitizer, whatever it was? Yeah, Mr. Sadie, that's what I was delicately trying to like kind of dance around was the slightly creeper well not slightly, the definite creeper aspect of that for sure. Yeah, it's like don't watch any of those guys too closely, man, because you learn some stuff that's probably not the best. But yeah, it's like that's true. It's like, well, if you just focus on the music, pretty good. If you focus on the other stuff, well, you know, you're gonna have weird feelings, I think is the best way to put it. Let's see here. No, Todd, those sea cans of sanitizer are off to the dump. Yeah, well, that's good that the dump probably needed a good scrubbing. Maybe that's exactly where they need to go. Hey, Mike Sauer, good to see you, man. Yeah, cha-ching. Hey, did you get a sale? Did you get a sale, Todd? I really hope you did. That'd be awesome. And for any of you too, if you have any recommendations, we're going to be working on our sound setup so that we can improve the microphone and everything. If you have any recommendations, by all means, please let us know because that'll help us out a ton. The microphone that's in here is not bad, but we definitely want to get one to where you don't have to strain to hear us, or at least two to where it really represents the volume much better. Yeah, let's see. 100 earplugs are headed to a new home. That's funny. Yeah, did you buy 100 earplugs, Todd, or but yeah, Mike Sauer, so great to see you. Hopefully you've been having a nice day too. We're just doing some listing here to get things rolling. So yeah, we've been really enjoying I mean, going through these hundreds of tickets has been a real challenge, but there was one buyer that's reached out and he says, you know what, I might be interested in all of them. And so we sent him a few pictures. Haven't heard back yet, but He's had some interest, but any of the ones we've listed, like about half of them have sold already, and we just started listing them today. So, yeah. No, that was the sale. Oh, you sold 100 earplugs. Oh, that's rocking. I know. So it's actually been fascinating hearing about the things that like you sell and also that Bearded Picker sells. Yeah, you guys are like arbitrage experts, so that's really cool. Also, everybody say hi to Ro because Ro is here. Although you won't be able to hear it, but I'll be able to see it. Yeah, so Ro just arrived back. She just got done dropping off one more package that we almost forgot about on our list, but Ro remembered, so she saved us both. But yeah, well, congrats, Todd, on the sale. That's totally cool. Someone wants to tune out their spouse. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. So and they want to have like 50 evenings of tuning out for sure. That's amazing. You're getting some nice hellos in the chat, babe. That's really cool. Especially Fraulein Donna is giving you some good attention. Mike Sauer, that's cool.
Hi, Fraulein Donna.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe it's already been 40 minutes of just keeping things rolling here, and like a good amount of people are just sticking around. I can't believe it. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I'm really stoked to see Bearded's new book. I'm really excited to see the next iteration of James' trading card. And oh yeah, so Patricia, you did hear Rose. She's just a little ways off camera, but she's handling some bills and everything, so she's just right off camera right here. She just got back actually. She was out and about. She had to take a last minute package in for us. So Mr. Sadie, I need a good mic for my computer. You came through crystal clear when I heard you the other day. It was totally rocking. So very good. But yeah, you are hearing Ro. She's working away on some other things, and I'm gonna be wrapping it up pretty soon here too. Just wanted to. Oh, Patricia says waves. That's cool.
Hi.
But yeah, and I'm gonna be wrapping it up pretty soon here too. I just figured somebody might need a half an hour to I guess apparently 42 minutes of just some additional momentum or support for the afternoon. That again, this got me all fired up. So after we wrap up today now too, I'll have a lot more energy to go ahead and go back to listing. It's funny, sometimes you just need a little extra push, and so that was me today. So thank you guys so much for hopping on, and also for those that hit the like button. That was really cool. So you guys are just awesome. But and it was funny too. Record Crate, if you're still on, appreciated the kind words earlier. When I talked to Record Crate on the phone, he gave us some nice encouragement to keep going. So that was awesome. I mean, you hear all the time about how difficult it's going to be when you first get started with doing all this stuff. But so Mr. Sadie, you off on just weekends, Doug? So typically, yes. Your chair. Record says I'm chair. That's funny. But yeah, so primarily typically off on the weekends, but I've got a pretty okay amount of time off that I get through my work, so we try to schedule that whenever we can. But yeah, and for my wife and I, we're pretty chill. So when we do have time off, we like to go. There's a big, beautiful garden not too far from us, the Huntington Library, and so it's not uncommon to see us there going and getting some nice refreshment, getting a recharge. It's getting out in the beauty of wide open creation, man. It's gorgeous. So yeah, we love that those beautiful gardens out there, and they got an awesome rose garden. They got lots of art for those that like it. So, and actually, it's so funny. This is where you can't judge a book by its cover. Speaking about books, is like seeing Bearded dive so deep into all these different books and everything. It's really cool to see somebody so motivated to do self-improvement and make things better. So it gets us all fired up for it. But yeah, Josh, hopefully you had a good day too, man. I know you had your hands full this morning. You're out on a site and everything, so hopefully all that project turned out great for you. If you're even still around, you might be already cruising on. Oh, so let's see here. All right, so Fraulein Donna says, answer Pat. Did I miss? Oh, oh, thank you very much. See, that's why you're an awesome moderator there, Fraulein Donna. Thank you very much. So sorry, Pat. Patricia. Sorry, Patricia. Did you build your photo box? We did build our photo box. So this is just, and Ro, often to her credit, she's the one that will take on a lot of these projects. In fact, it was Ro that designed both our photo box for our for our clothing, and she also designed the photo box for our light box for the individual tiny items.
Station and a light box.
The photo station and the light box. Yeah, so she even knows the proper terminology. That I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, and she was like, "All right, I'm just gonna get this done." So she just got in there and got it going. So I designed our previous crazy flat lay system, and then she's like, I think we can do better, and she was sure right about that. Let's see here. Sadie, I have that type of job as well. Pretty free to do what I want as long as the job gets done. Yeah. So, and I mean, I definitely will make sure it's a priority. Make sure we get all the right work done and everything. But and I mean, they do still expect you to meet the hours and everything. So I'm cognizant of that. But in regards to the time frame, there's a lot of flexibility as long as we get what we need to get done accomplished. I mean, I'm grateful for the workplace. They treat us as professionals, and so as long as we act professionally, there's mutual respect, and we get it done. So Silverhead Stacker, if I built a photo box, my death pile would fall on it. Yeah, that's so true, man. I mean, really, this whole space that we've got back here, it's going through a massive reorganization. Ro's done a good job of doing that. I mean, while I do a lot of the major workhorse stuff. Like I do the bulk of the listing, I do the bulk of the primary day job work and all that, and then Ro is right there with me handling everything else everything else that supports it. So I just super appreciate the fact that, and again too, what that makes us appreciate is that we see how hard doing like the whole reselling gig is when you're two people. When you're one person and you're getting it all done, that is another level. And I mean, that's just absolutely incredible. And hearing some of your backstories too, of like the things that you've been through, things that you've endured past, and that you're still running. And that's just absolutely cool. So we get so inspired by you guys. It helps us to keep the train moving. But yeah, but that's funny though, Silverhair. I know right now too, we just got a call that we've got another huge load of clothes ready for us. And we're like, all right, we've got to really get processing the huge batch that we've already got. So, all right. Well, I'm seeing a couple people already falling off. It's like 45 minutes. We've done good, but you guys are so awesome. Thank you for the support. Again, especially when it's a really tight, kind of small crew here. Just you guys even popping in for a minute just makes all the difference in the world. So you guys just absolutely amazing for that. But Mike Seller, I started watching the Storm Chasers, so I fell short on my listing goal today. Yeah, man, those Storm Chasers actually. So you raised a good point too. Ever since Cornhusker Picker started to get our attention to that, we've been really keeping tabs on a lot of the Storm Chasers and everything. The storms that they've been having are just absolutely crazy. I have moonshiners on in the background. That's awesome, Mr. Sadie. Your loads of fun, man. I really appreciate the extra spice and seasoning you bring both to chat and also to those lives. You're definitely appreciated. I mean, every single one of you. I like the fact that we start to see your personalities come through, and we appreciate each one of you. They canceled your granddaughter's graduation due to storms or for another reason, Mr. Sadie? It'd be interesting to find out. Until tomorrow, storms moving in. Yeah, that's wild. Hey, Kent Daigle's in the house. Guru alert. Oh man, that's so funny. This time he says guru alert equals Ro, and I don't know what that means, but it's just as funny every single time. Guru alert. But yeah, that's really good. But yeah, all right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, you just got home, Kent. Well, we're just getting ready to wrap it up, man. Sorry, but yeah, it was so great to see you guys on today. That we're gonna keep things rolling. I'm gonna now that I'm all fired up, I'm gonna get back to listing and everything, and I'll try to get a better camera angle so that you guys don't have to just stare at the back of my head while I'm busy working here and everything. But thanks for the support today, you guys. It's helped me get all fired up, and hopefully for you guys, it's either been something that helps you get settled in for the evening, as so you got somebody in the background just chattering away while you're starting to get settled in, or if you're still trying to keep things rolling, that you had a work colleague for a little bit to keep things running. But thank you all again for the support, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. But until then, we hope you have a major win in sales. Yes. Oh yeah, Rose says, keep it perky, or what's the expression that we're getting known for now? Stay perky, everybody. Stay perky. But yeah, have a major